everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time joining us, I think you're gonna like it here. My name is Tasmia, and today I'm gonna show you how to create these detachable nails that have been going around all social media lately. It's basically you have short nails and you can extend them into longer nails, or if you needed to take them off for work or whatever, you can take off the extension and keep short nails. So these have been super popular lately, and it's actually a very highly requested tutorial from me. So if you want to see how to create these detachable nails, then just keep on watching. So first things first, you want to grab the tip of your choice and size it to your client's nail. Then I'm taking two of those same tips and I'm going to lay them on top of each other, just like you're seeing me do here from the curved part. They're attached right up here. You want to lay them down on top of each other, but you don't want to press them down. You just want to lay it across. So you'll see me adding glue right here on the curve and then kind of laying them down on each other, but I'm not pressing down. I'm just laying it down, and then I'll be kind of pinching where the curved end is. It was hard to film, but you want to leave the ends of it open so it'll kind of look like a duck's mouth, okay, for visual purposes. So then you want to take your tips and glue it on as you normally would, and you're good to go for the next step. Then you want to take your nail cutters. You'll see the little duckbill mouthy vibe here, so you want to squeeze it into your nail clippers, cut it down to the size you'd want the short nail to be, and then make sure you save the tips that come out of there. You only need one of them, because this tip you're going to be able to slide right into the middle of those two tips. Make sure you're not tilting it up and down. You want to kind of slide it in side to side so it doesn't spread those tips apart, and this is how it'll look. So for the next step, you want to just do your application of acrylic as normal. Just make sure that you leave near the edge of it as thin as you can, because we're going to be covering that later. Next, I'm sliding in the long tip and I'm adding the acrylic on there. You'll see that I'm going to be building it as thick as I can right near that juncture without touching it. So you want to make sure that there is no connection between the acrylic and the smaller tip at this time. You want to build it up as thick as you can. Make sure you're maintaining your shape, and then once it's mostly dry, you want to go in with your final bead. This bead is going to join the two pieces together, and this will maintain your shape. So once you connect the two tips, the shape will maintain. So you just need enough that it'll cover that section, but I'm adding a little more just to kind of get more of a little bit of an apex here. It's a little harder because there's a lot going on, but I did the best I could. So now you want to take anything sharp that you have to separate the two. I'm taking an X-Acto knife because I had one on hand. So I'm going in and you'll see me finding that line where the tip and the extension meet, and I'm just drawing a line with the knife all the way down to make sure that I can create the separation there. If you did the first steps correctly, you're just taking off the third layer of acrylic that you put on out of that space so it doesn't dry like that. You want to do this while it's half dry. Then you want to wiggle out the little tip once it's fully dried and get to filing the smaller nail. So you'll see me doing that here, just getting it to shape as normal, filing the sidewalls. Then I'm putting the long extension back in so that I can match it all up there. So I'm sliding it back in, it fits perfectly. I'm matching up those sidewalls. This is the part that I feel like will really sell the gag, right? So you want to make sure that everything is very seamless, that it blends very much together, because if there's any part that's slightly extended or looking a little different, it can ruin the illusion, okay? So now I'm going in with my sanding band and I'm blending the two sides together so that they're pretty close, and I'm just getting everything smooth and tidy for nail art. Then I'm taking some acetone and I'm brushing it off. For this step, I like to use acetone because I find it makes everything stick a little harder together, but if you're too scared about things fusing together, you can use alcohol or whatever you like to use to clean for this step. For my design on these, I like to do, you could either do a charm, but I like to do 3D flowers. I find it looks nice on the short nail alone and it looks nice on the long nail. So you'll see how I'm doing it here. Basically the center of the flower is going to be where the line is. So I'm adding the 5 petals, as you'll see me doing here, making sure not to get any acrylic into that little space, otherwise it could connect them and they won't be able to separate. So you'll see me finalizing that here, and then you want to wait for that to dry completely. I finished all the other flowers and the leaves. So now you'll see me in the middle here. You'll see where the line is. So I'm going to add some rhinestone gel. I'm going to add a little gold caviar bead. So I'm adding the rhinestone gel, but only on the short part. I'm not allowing any of that to get into that crease, and I'm going to add the bead on. This way, when I remove it, it's going to still look nice on the short nail. However, it's more cohesive when the nail is long, right? So make sure that none of the rhinestone gel or anything gets into that crevice, because then things might stick together and you don't want that problem, okay? So now I'm just top coating with 3D flowers. I like to go in with a liner brush and really line around all those pieces and everything, because I don't like to get top coat on my flowers. I add a bit of top coat to the creases, but you can skip this step if you want it to come out super easy. So you'll see me here showing you how I pull it out. Make sure if you need to wiggle it a bit, do it side to side, not up and down. You don't want it to be too loose. So this is the nail without the extension, so cute and dainty. And then here's our super sassy long nail with our acrylic flower. Obviously you can still see the line, but that's a part of the nail art. You know, there's nothing much you can do about it. I mean, if there's a better way, maybe if you did like a dark polish or something, it would hide that black line. But here ends my tutorial for the detachable nail art. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!